What's up, everybody? You're listening to Podcastrophe. You can find us by searching Podcastrophe on all of your favorite podcasting platforms like Podbean, iTunes, Spotify, and more. You can also find us at JourneyIntoComics.com. We drop a new episode every single Thursday. Be sure to subscribe to Podcastrophe to get the show and exclusive content. We record each episode live every Tuesday around 5:30 Eastern Standard Time, and you can watch that on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Just follow Podcastrophe on any of those platforms, and be sure to chat with us. Also, be sure to check out the Journey into Comics Network and all of its amazing shows. Now, on with the show!
The following Journey into Comics.
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 Journey into Comics
Network. Production.
That's like Live, Laugh, Love, except for trailer parks.
Warning, Podcastrophe imminent. This is Podcastrophe with Nick and Tyler, and we're coming at you with a fistful of heritage on a podcast where anything goes and there are no safe spaces. This is Podcastrophe.
Like it, love it, yee.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Podcastrophe episode 90. Wow, what the fuck? We're not in the 90s anymore.
I was
hello?
like, didn't you do a 100th episode?
We're going backwards.
We're going back. We're
backwards.
winding back the clock.
We-
I'm actually Tyler,
We gave
it's a
up
thing.
on continuing forward, and we decided to go backwards.
I just want
We
to know
can't count that high.
why you went to 90.
I
What
don't
were
know.
you thinking about that made you go to 90?
I feel like we were in the 90s for 10 episodes. Or I guess 10 episodes. Just like
the
any other,
30s and
just
the
any
40s,
other,
like-
just
what
like any
made
other
you
set
go
of
to 90
tens.
though?
I guess it's just the most recent, and it's a full, whatever.
Episode, what is it?
We're doing good, folks.
Let me start over. Hi, I'm Dick.
He's been drinking a lot of tea.
I just had a whole glass of tea. And this is episode 103. There we go. I did it.
Yeah,
I did it. Thanks, guys. Thanks for
we
the...
have made it.
We made it. We did it. Tyler's not here today, so we got Miranda.
Hi.
Again.
Yes. You sound so... Again.
Again.
Again, guys.
Again.
I don't know. For some reason, though, when I'm on here, his numbers go up.
Yeah.
They love me.
It be that way sometimes.
And we also got the voice.
The mole?
Hello,
The voice.
everyone.
That melts hearts.
Listen to my buttery voice for the next couple
Buttery
hours.
voice. Oh,
Buttery
yeah.
voice.
Your voice is like nothing but like pure Crisco. Like so
You
slippery.
could tan on the beach with it, man. You could. Like,
We got Patrick Yoki.
it's just me. They let me back in the dick den again. Round 2. Here we go.
I mean, technically, this is round 3.
This is round 3.
I mean, we were all very inebriated the first time.
yeah, that was a time that I had recently.
Ah, yes.
It ended well for everybody.
The
I
slapping
think.
game.
I can't wait for Drunkastrophe 3.
Oh god,
Whenever that happens.
we'll be there.
We
liquor
swore
will
that
be
we
there.
would do it more often once we got this house, and we haven't done it.
Sids.
That's on who?
But to be fair,
I'm
like,
always trying to get people over.
to be fair, like, there's been a lot of things going on over the weekends.
Yeah,
like,
there is.
there's always something going on. So, best time of the year is just the Christmas time,
When nobody goes out in the winter because it's too cold.
pretty much. Nothing to do with just
Soon.
getting drunk in a basement.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Tyler's not here today. He had some head problems. Got that migraine. He's talked about that a lot. So everybody wish him well. Also, this was supposed to be his last episode for a little while. He's starting school here next week, and he decided to take a short break from the show for like maybe a month or so. I don't know. So, yeah, that sucks that he couldn't be here, but oh well. You know, that's how it goes.
It is what it is.
It is what
Bless
it
up,
is.
Tyler's dome.
Tyler's here watching, I think. It says he is in the chat,
Maybe.
so we'll see. What's up, Brett Maxon? Say hi in the chat.
Let us know of your presence.
I feel
Let
like
us
my
know
face
you're
got
here.
red again.
Yeah, I really don't know how this shit. I don't know if this show's gonna go next week. I don't know how we're gonna keep doing the show, going from Wednesday or Tuesday to Wednesday now, because your schedule is all wacky.
It is. Are you going to Wednesday? Is that the day you're picking?
I mean, yeah, we have no other day.
I don't even know what the fuck I work next week. So
Yeah, so exactly. We don't know what we're doing with the show.
yeah.
So yeah, it's gonna be an interesting next little while.
Mm-hmm.
Either we're gonna keep doing it on Tuesdays, which Tyler can't participate because he's got class on Tuesdays. So I don't know.
Books.
Yeah, I don't know. My work schedule sucks, so I never know when I'm working. Stressful.
It sucks.
So I'm
But
drinking my life away.
We're gonna figure it out though, and hopefully continue getting you guys some really wholesome content.
Fit for the entire family, supposedly.
Supposedly.
Minus your grandma.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
That's
Allegedly
a word.
family friendly.
Yeah.
With no safe places.
Epstein killed himself. Allegedly.
He suicided himself.
He did a
Alleged.
suicide.
He did a suicide.
He went to the guard, said, 1 suicide, please.
Epstein used self-destruct.
It was super effective.
It was super effective. Yeah. Oh, that can of worms.
Bill Clinton wins the match.
Oh, man.
Too hard of a subject. I don't know.
I mean,
at least it's bringing Democrats and Republicans together.
It
I think.
really did. Like,
it was just like, this is lame. We don't like this.
everyone forgot about the shootings. Everyone forgot about Area 51.
I'll be there.
Will you?
Possibly. It's
I need
tentative.
proof.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
I don't know. The guy took down the event. So,
Yeah,
I don't know if we're still
I don't know
doing
what's
it.
updating. I don't know what we're doing. So
You can just make your own.
they cut off our head. You can't regenerate a head.
I mean, if you're a Hydra.
This may be a stupid question, but does anybody really know where Area 51 is? Like
Nevada.
Is it in Nevada?
Yeah.
I've heard it's in Nevada, but does anyone have like an
It's marked.
address?
Yeah,
like,
it's marked on Google
It is?
Maps. You can
It's
see it.
clearly
Okay.
marked.
I've never.
There
looked
is
at-
a fence.
There is. So it's obviously stopping anything and everything. Nothing can penetrate the fence.
The fence.
The fence.
Oh man, I said it before. I genuinely hope some people actually try on September 20th.
But then they'll just die.
I don't care.
I don't
care
Their
about the
lives-
success.
Some of you may die, but that is a sacrifice that this podcastrophe is.
The
willing
success
to make.
rate matters not to
His
me.
happiness is way up
Yeah.
there compared to their life.
They're, sure, all their
I just-
relatives are sad that they got put on a Naruto band and
Yeah.
decided to
I
get
really want
domed
them
in
to
the
try
desert.
because it's a win-win. I'm either entertained because a bunch of idiots went to Area 51, got mowed down by a 50 cal turret, or they actually succeed, break into Area 51
Do you
because
think we'll
so
find
many
the
people
rest
show.
of the 98% of the milk in Area 51?
No, you know what's gonna happen?
Ooh.
This is what's gonna happen. People are gonna hear this podcast when it drops, and they're gonna be like, "This guy has me determined. I'm gonna show up."
We will rally to him.
And then they're gonna die because of you, and their blood's on your hands.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, on my feed alone, the Podcastrophe feed alone, we get roughly 11 downloads per episode. So, and I know at least 2 or 3 of those are me. One of them might be you.
I'm just saying, you're gonna have some blood on your hands now.
In the night, you will wake up and you will remember.
Cool. I hope they.
Cool. I hope they do great.
I hope they do great. I hope they
Just
wear their.
ready to die.
I hope they wear their Podcastrophe heritage shirts that they can get off Teespring.
Seeing the news report, like, oh, they did it. They did it.
Check it out. They're repping me.
Take a picture by the TV. Update
Next,
Facebook,
we're gonna have fucking
like,
FBI.
big shout out to
I don't
Big
care.
shout
That'd
out
be
to my
dope.
boys at Area 51. Thanks for wearing
That'd
the shirts.
be pretty fucking dope. Seeing a bunch of heritage shirts raiding Area 51. Just not even successfully. I don't even like. Again, I still don't.
I don't care if my fans die.
I don't care.
Don't
They're not my
care.
friends. They're my fans.
I said fans. I said fans.
No,
Everybody
if they're
out
dumb
there,
enough,
I
if they're
don't
dumb enough
wanna
to
know
go to
you.
Area 51 and get mowed down, then
You're
that's their own
begging them
fault.
to. You're
I'm
like,
not begging
please.
them
I
to.
really hope somebody
You're
does.
asking very hard.
I'm not asking at all. I am just saying.
That's essentially what
I am
begging
just
is.
saying.
Do it.
I will be entertained if a bunch of idiots.
But
go to
your
Area
fans
51.
are shot and killed.
Well, the thing is, like, people are like, I don't think anybody's gonna actually do it. But okay, it's either gonna be one or two people that are like, yeah, or
In that.
it's just. I think this generation of people on the internet, like that's coming in and like making the internet their own, kind
one
of like
who
we
grew up
did.
with the
Every
internet.
generation does it. That's had the internet. They've all came in, made the internet their own for a little time, and then they moved on with their lives. It happens. This generation,
I haven't.
this generation that's like completely like they are in the memes. Like the memes are their lifeblood. They are gonna go there. I guarantee it. Like I think they are dumb enough to be like, you know what?
I think they're
They're
just
right.
like,
They can't stop us all.
laughs and Bert.
Rooster Teeth did a short. Did you see that?
Which one?
Oh man, I think I'm gonna try.
Did we
to,
watch this the other day?
probably.
Them going there?
Y'all can talk. I'm gonna look this up.
Y'all can dog.
So how about them Bears?
Dubbers.
The Bears. They play the Packers.
I'm a Colts fan, sorry.
Okay, well, the Colts are still paying Andrew Luck a lot of money to just be
Sit
a
around and do
cheerleader.
nothing. I know.
Alright, here we go.
I know. Oh, I guess we're done talking.
A massive siege of a top secret military base known as Area 51.
It was 40 years ago. So me and the boys saw that Facebook post.
Oh, his name's Kyle.
Road trip to Nevada. Road trip, nearly blew through all of our Monster Energy drink before we even hit the desert. We weren't prepared for what was about to happen.
I remember showing up at the rally point and just seeing thousands of people. There was no structure, just people making TikToks. I asked to see who was in charge.
I love TikTok videos.
Was.
I had to go. It was my duty.
Brad Bradley.
Down all the way from Cali to make some content for my vlog. Hashtag Hot Boy Summer.
Yo, what's up, fam? We're out here walking across the desert to go to Area 51. There's no way the stupid army can keep all of us out. Right, Cali?
How could we have known what was going down?
I love Rooster Teeth.
Yeah,
I'm
Rooster
just saying,
Teeth
I
is
love
great.
Rooster Teeth.
Like they knew we were coming. The military got access to Facebook. Knew our plan. It was a slaughter.
We were totally outgunned. Especially because none of us had any guns. A few of us brought cosplay items. Everyone else just threw rocks.
Yeet.
Until he came. No one knew his real name, so we called him Florida Man. Apparently he was on the run from Tampa PD for dealing meth and just happened to hitchhike out to Area 51. He was the leader we needed. Brilliant strategist.
All right, you take a platoon of cows and flank from the east. Careful, using dead bodies as cover as you lay down a suppressing fire. I'm gonna take a team of Naruto runners and flank them on the western front. You got it? Yeah. All right, let's go.
Running all weird, like not like a human would run if they were trying to get somewhere. We ran out of bullets eventually. We weren't prepared for that level of stupidity.
Sir, they're everywhere. They're like cockroaches. We need more ammo.
Why did the battle turn? Because of Florida Man.
We lost a lot of good people that day. I was there when Florida Man went down.
We're in the battle area. It's going down.
We couldn't believe our eyes.
They had everything hidden in there. Super weapons, the Ark of the Covenant, even the location of the cabin where Elvis and Tupac were hiding.
Everything changed that day. A group of internet trolls and memers had overthrown the U.S. military.
I was the only Kyle to survive the attacks. That keeps me awake at night. That and the Monster Energy drink.
I'll never forget that day, because that's where I met my second husband.
It's on you.
Rooster Teeth, still solid.
Yeah.
The good old days of Red versus Blue.
It's still going.
It is?
It's still going. I
Oh.
think it's on season like 18 or 19 now.
Jesus Christ, it's been a while since Church and the boys have been out there. You shot Church.
Church actually exited the series, I think, 2 seasons ago.
Wow.
Yeah, finally.
Time
Finally got
moves whether you pay attention or not.
Yeah.
That it does.
It's ridiculous.
No, like Red versus Blue got so serious. Like it became way less comedy.
Really?
And became like an actual like Halo drama series.
We need to.
It's a Halo dramedy.
Dramedy.
Machinima dramedy.
Machinima. It's been a while since I've heard that. Back since like 2006 when I played WoW and stuff. They
Yeah.
always made Machinima videos about it. Parodies, things like that.
I've been a
cool,
member.
I think.
I've been a member of Rooster Teeth since 2005.
Wear it with pride.
I do. Like my accounts.
They need to send you like some badge or something that you can put on.
I think they
like,
do. Like they do. They have like a badge system for like milestones and shit on their page on their site. I don't ever go to the actual website anymore though. I could.
Just flex, man. Top fans are doing it. You can do it too.
Top fans.
I mean, I get
when Facebook introduced that, I was like, "What the fuck is this?" And I was so excited. But then I started getting top fan badges for like random things that I
Pages
don't
you don't even really
participate
go
in.
to. I forget what I got a top fan for. It was something ridiculous.
Random.
Yeah.
I was satisfied with the 3 I got this morning.
What'd you
It's
get? 3? Holy shit.
Yeah, Lord of the Rings, cats with powerful auras, and dog posting deluxe. So that's what I did today.
God. Is there a way
What are
you
you
can
doing?
search?
I'm hopefully gonna become a top fan of Cats on Cocaine.
Oh,
I like
and,
that page.
NFL Trash Talkers is another one. So that's always some fun, wholesome stuff. There's nothing more reasonable than drunk NFL fans, ladies and gentlemen.
If you ever get the
Is there a
chance,
way to
ask Nick Maxon about Nick Fott's. Do you know the band Ten Strip?
I've heard of him. Yeah.
Okay, their singer and guitarist Nick Fott. He will this was back in like when Facebook would actually show people when you like something.
Yeah.
Like you like a page, or when people just like pages because it was some long sentence of some obscure thought that somebody's had. And Nick Fott would just he would fan or like these pages, just all of them, and
just indiscriminate likes.
Nick had this idea to screenshot it and print out each thing. It says Nick Fott liked, then thing, and just make a collage. Because one of them was I like to pet the puppy, not hard, but hard enough to let it know that I care. Some shit like that.
That's where it's all right. There was a quote from someone who made he was an influential person with CBS. I can't remember his name, in the 50s and 60s. He said, "TV is a vast wasteland," and I said, "What? You haven't seen the internet yet? Just wait. We'll make it even worse." And it's just it's so random, and my dad is 66 years old, and he's just he looks to me to explain the internet to him, and I'm like, I don't think the internet can be explained. It's a mysterious enigma.
It is. I'm a fan of a page called let's see. It's I'm confused, better punch myself in the face.
Decent name.
Yeah, it's from Pokemon. When your Pokemon gets confused, there's a chance that it will hurt itself in confusion.
Yeah, hurt itself in confusion.
Yeah. But I'm confused, better punch myself in the face.
Metapod uses hardened. It failed. Poor Metapod. He was my boy.
Do you remember that meme that was like rapey Ash?
Yes.
The
weird Photoshop face. Like,
and it's
the stank. I didn't know it was rapey Ash. I just thought he.
That's what I call it. That's just what I call it.
I just thought he like stepped in dog shit or something.
I call it rapey Ash, and he's got his rape combo. It's
What's the rape combo,
it's
Bill?
tackle, sleep powder, pound, dream eater.
Dream eater.
Or maybe I think Harden might be in there too. Yeah, it's fucked up.
Somewhere in
it's
the
fucked
mix.
up.
Just make it at the end to confuse people.
Just to confuse people.
Just
mashing it in there.
Yeah,
soft.
With that said,
welcome to Podcastrophe, Miranda.
Mike's Hard Lemonade.
Babe.
It is harder than the average lemonade.
It is. And it's more alcohol than Bud Light.
I don't drink Crud Light unless it's free.
Just saying.
Patrick, maybe you can explain something to me and my wife. What is this craze over
the claw? I don't know.
All right.
Oh, he's got it.
Ooh, get on the edge of the seat here.
You're hearing it here first, folks.
So,
It's the law.
at the beginning of summer 2019, what was the company that makes them?
Oh, shit. I don't know.
Okay.
That company.
That helps. But they made a hard seltzer and then a bunch of very, very drunk and very, very Caucasian females.
Vanilla.
We talking Ugg boots. We're talking Starbucks frappes. We're talking that stuff, right? But they made it into a meme, and memes make themselves, and now it's popular. And now they're making shirts. The claw is the law. You can't disobey it. Natterday tried, it failed, it lost the war for summer 2019. You just got to take your L. But there's Claw on the Cob.
Yeah.
Claw on the Cob is classy. Specifically designed for Indiana. But I don't know. I just think the memers got a hold of it, and then you know how stuff like Area 51 can get
People
out of
are
control.
drinking the shit out of it.
People
It's
drink
disgusting.
the absolute shit out of it.
I thought I would like it because I like sparkling, I like flavored
Seltzer
water.
drinks,
yeah.
stuff like that.
No, it tastes like shit.
I mean,
I
I
like
tried
it.
the mango one, and it was like somebody yelling the word mango in the other room while I drank fizzy water, which was a really eye-opening experience.
That's funny because you could probably describe a lot of flavors of LaCroix like that.
Yeah, it's just, it's absolutely like that. And it was just like, it took me off guard. I was like,
White Claw is basically just alcoholic LaCroix.
Yep, you've solved the riddle. The riddle.
Today,
the
Junior.
riddle. You have answered the question. White Claw is just alcoholic LaCroix.
Solved. No, it's crazy because I see a lot of people.
They're so obsessed with it.
Yeah, there are people that drink it religiously. At this point, it can be considered religiously.
It's religion.
That I wouldn't ever imagine drinking it.
Well, I wouldn't imagine myself drinking Natterdays, but
Like, there was this band we saw at Shakedown last weekend, and they had a huge White Claw sign.
yeah, like it's
And I was
infectious.
like-
It just gets everywhere. You use it ironically, and then you use it literally, and then you can't stop.
Well, it's funny because they were taking pictures with it, and I laughed with Devin, and I was like, they look so masculine. He goes, well, why don't you go tell them? So I did. I walked up to him. I was like, you guys look so masculine with your White Claw sign. And then that's when we started talking about music.
Yeah.
But
next thing you know, they're best friends.
We were best friends with BFFs. And no, they lied to me. They broke my heart.
That's funny. Like you said, it's like you use it ironically, and then eventually you start using it literally.
You can't stop.
That's like the Harambe memes.
Harambe memes. The word yeet.
Yeah.
I said it to make fun of the younger generation. Now that that there's somebody younger and dumber than me, and I can make fun of them, as we all look forward to when we become adults. And I started using yeet, and now every time I go down State Street on my bike to deliver, I just yell yeet the entire time and confuse construction workers and college kids alike.
I wonder what my kids will get into as they get
I have
older.
no idea, but
It scares
if it
me.
was half as cool as the stuff I was into, it's gonna be rad. I like it.
It worries me.
Yeah.
I'm scared. My 5-year-old yesterday, gets home from school and he tells me he needs a cell phone.
Oh no.
I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? No.
No.
You do not get one.
That and he's constantly singing Old Town Road.
I'm so sorry.
He sings it very well.
I mean, it's excellent.
Blame his father.
Like he does the pauses. He holds the notes out where they need to.
How would you know this without listening to the
Because
song?
I've heard it.
I have not heard Old Town Road.
I haven't heard it.
Please don't play it.
I haven't heard. No,
I had videos of my son singing it.
Yeah, like I mean, I was like, that sounds okay. That's probably in the original, but
I've only heard Billy Ray Cyrus's part. I haven't heard the entire song.
You know what? Not that I was a huge Billy Ray Cyrus fan, but I grew up with the achy breaky. Like I had a crush on Billy Ray Cyrus.
break my heart.
I had a shirt that had
heart.
half of a pink heart and half of a blue heart with a little breakdown, and it said achy breaky heart. Like I loved, but
Was
no.
the blue part
My
denim?
daughter's Hannah Montana.
Denim?
Don't you
No.
understand?
I asked her if the blue part was denim.
No, it was not. It
Denim.
was not.
Oh shit! Yeah, I remember Harambe memes coming out, and like people have tried to like ask me like, what is the deal with this whole Harambe thing? Like I have the tattoo.
It's hard to explain, isn't it?
It is because like if you're seriously explaining it, because like people were like, I don't get it. Why are people so upset over a gorilla? I'm like,
Harambe died for us, bro.
and I had to make a decision every time someone asked me this. Because for some reason I'm the expert on the Harambe memes.
I mean, you do have the Harambe tattoo.
I would look to you in my darkest hour, Harambe ignorance, and be like, please explain this.
I have to make a decision when these questions are asked, because, and that question is that decision is this: do I seriously answer them or do I meme lord them?
Yes.
The answer is yes.
The answer is yes.
So
both are fantastic choices.
Meme lording, I can just troll them all day. I'm like you just said, like Harambe died for our sins. Like Harambe was the glue that held this nation together.
Harambe did so much for the city of Cincinnati.
But then I can always answer seriously, and I explained to him. I was like, okay, so there were some people that were upset over this silverback gorilla that got shot in the Cincinnati Zoo protecting or trying to murder a child.
Yeah.
A child that should not have been there.
Yeah. It was definitely the parents' fault that happened.
Yeah, absolutely. But the video shows the gorilla is obviously protecting the kid. I mean, it goes without saying. You can watch it, and yeah, it was a little rough with the child.
That's them. That's how they handle.
That's nature. Nature's a rough thing.
I'm pretty sure if that gorilla wanted to kill the kid, it would have killed the kid.
It thrown him against the wall.
It would have literally been like throwing that thing around like a rag doll.
Yeah.
Like
it would have been ridiculous. It was a 650-pound animal. Like
just beating it to a pulp.
If he wanted it dead, it would have been dead.
Pink mist.
Yeah, just whoosh.
Dead. Yeet.
Yeet. Just yeets him out of the cage.
It would have yeeted.
Do you know how legendary our boy would have been?
Oh my god.
Look how they massacred my boy, Dick. Look how they massacred my boy.
So I explained, like, okay, there were some people that were very upset about this because other measures could have been taken, such as sedating the animal, such as, just letting it play out.
Sedating the parents.
Yeah.
Swapping
but the
Harambe
internet
with the parents.
The internet being the internet and what the internet is and the people who are on the internet and who they are.
I don't
decided
know.
to
I'm nothing like those people.
They decided
those internet
to
people there.
satirize. Am I saying that right?
I don't know.
Perhaps.
The cries and pleas of the Harambe
conglomerate. The Harambe Union.
they basically blew this thing up. They did what the internet did, and they blew up the whole Harambe outcry. And did they mean it? No, they didn't actually give a shit.
But look at all the beautiful memes we got.
And then suddenly, without anybody thinking of it, somebody hashtags "Dicks out for Harambe," and it was a game changer. It kept that meme going the rest of its entire life.
The world is
like
changing.
it's still going. Like that was a meme.
Just whipping their dicks out for Harambe. Yeah. You know,
that was a meme that just did not die that summer.
Oh no, it wouldn't go away.
Like the meme calendar, there would be a new meme every month, and at some point in that month, Harambe would just pop back up.
Oh yeah, Harambe's an all-star. I think he's really up there with the original like old school memes.
Yeah, like Bad Luck Brian.
Yeah, Bad Luck Brian and
Scumbag
Boromir,
Steve,
things like that.
Scumbag Steve was a good one.
Scumbag Steve is I think I remember seeing an interview a little bit ago where Scumbag Steve is actually like a pretty alright dude.
Oh yeah,
he's not a douchebag or anything. It's so weird. It's just like you can take one thing out of context from somebody's entire life. Like if you saw me like as a second grader like spray painting my neighbor's fence, a bunch of bad words that I learned because I was a second grader and also a child and dumb.
Well, that's a lot of those memes. That's how they were. Like,
yeah, it's the worst of that person, like the crazy girlfriend girl.
Yeah,
like just one
Lena.
picture of her looking like she's gonna murder.
She recently
you.
made her final YouTube video.
Final.
It was like a half hour video explaining like how she went viral and decided to just become a YouTube content creator.
Yeah,
and like it was one of those things like where she was so about it, but the more she did it, the more she hated it, and like so the video started like just dwindling into a funnel and just one by one, and then like 2 years later, she's like, "I'm making this video saying I'm not doing this anymore."
Yeah, it's just hey, it's been a great ride after one picture of me surfaced on the internet.
Yeah,
but it'd be so weird to just be like, "Hey, yeah." Somebody caught me just like eating a burger a weird way, and it's just like, all right, I'm famous.
Well, there's that. There's the merch potatoes.
Merch potatoes.
There's that chick, and that apparently that was like a joke picture that they took, and it just blew up.
It's so weird how it's just like somebody gets a hold of it, then two people get a hold of it, and it's like the T virus. Like then suddenly we use it to make fun of it. We use it until we can't stop using it. We can't stop.
Let's see. I'm trying to think of those really old school memes. I mean, of course, there's Trollface. And,
Trollface. The faces, yes.
The faces, like the fucking Yao Ming and Jackie Chan and all those faces.
The Yao Ming is a classic.
Oh, yeah.
Yao Ming. Funny Yao Ming.
Fucking Jackie Chan.
Yes. This is history.
There was that chick, that little girl standing in front of the burning house.
Yeah, should have bought Girl Scout cookies.
Yes.
Let's see. The Nintendo kids.
That was Star Wars kid.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Star Wars kid.
Star Wars kid. He just made some shitty like RTV video in his class in Canada, and it just
the Willy Wonka where he's so serious, and it's always so serious. Like...
Oh, the sarcastic Wonka.
Yes.
Oh, you have a sarcastic quote to put under things? Better put it in the bottom text. Yes.
Kermit.
Kermit's a classic, yes. Kermit T, I don't know. Kermit T is making a comeback. Kermit is still with us. He has not died. The froggy little bastard. We'll get him, though.
Oh, memes. I haven't saved any good ones lately. It kind of bums me out.
Ever since the Facebook update, my phone has trouble saving memes. So that's obviously devastating to my psyche.
I miss when people were making themselves old.
That was just like a couple weeks ago.
That was like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah,
that wasn't that long ago.
It was awful. I'd never wanted to see old Dick Harley Quinn, but that popped up, and I was.
And then I made it my profile picture.
And I was like, all right, I just have to see that again. It's just like I have to walk outside and step in a pile of dog shit every day before I go to work. Here's Dick commenting. Oh, there it is again.
I need to go to this release Friday.
The 450 North release. Yeah, it's looking really good.
Yeah,
it is. They're releasing a 10%er triple IPA.
I just want the slushies.
And the slushies are just out of this world again. They're re-releasing Jungle Juice,
which is like literally gold in your mouth.
What slushies do they have?
I will pull them up here because they look amazing.
Inform me of the beverages being served.
R&D department's on it.
I don't work and I want to go.
It's efficient. I like it.
I want to go, but
I know Jungle Juice.
Literally the best. the best.
What is the juice of the jungle?
It's got passion fruit, coconut, mango, kiwi, and pineapple. But literally, like, this was the most literally the smoothest.
I know what that's from, but I don't watch a lot of that show. But continue. It's Parks and Rec, right?
Yep.
They have double flapjack nuggets, UFO nuggets, slushy marshmallow.
Oh, slushmallow.
It's blackberry, cherry,
That looks
marshmallow,
so
and vanilla.
It just sounds like an intoxicated Russian. Slushmallow.
They have a slushy XXL Millions.
That one just doesn't sound good.
It's got
What is like the flavor to it, though?
blueberry,
Yeah, Nick and I were talking about this. It does not look
currant, and raspberry.
Blueberry raspberry? Is
Yeah.
it like an IPA or is it like a...
It's a slushy.
Slushy?
This one, this fucking rainbow popsicle slushy. Look at that can. It looks...
It looks like it's going to give me...
She's really drawn in by the can sometimes.
Epilepsy.
I am a
very
big
colorful.
person.
Bright colors, like, really draw
You would
her in.
love
She's,
Brett Maxwell's
she's like a
kitchen,
fruit
man.
fly.
Because he has every can from 450 North that
I
he
bet.
just keeps.
No.
I bet.
I guess I still have the Jungle Juice can up
Brett
there.
Maxwell has entered the
No,
chat.
I'm one of those judge a book by its cover people, kind of. Like,
Yeah,
that's how I picked my books when I was in school. Like, I look at the cover, it looks interesting, I get it. But no, this rainbow popsicle, it has watermelon, raspberry, strawberry, and lemonade. That sounds like a good time in my mouth.
That sounds like summer.
That sounds like, I have to go to this. I'm gonna end up going by myself.
If you have me on Snapchat, occasionally you'll see on my story like a picture of my grill with food on it, and all it says is "oomph."
Yeah, I'll make like steak kebabs and he'll go put them on the grill.
Grillionaire.
Grillionaire.
Oh yeah,
I like it.
Of course.
Scumbag.
If you had me on
grillionaire.
Snapchat, all you will see is pictures of animals and me.
And 3 shots in.
That was high quality right
That was
there.
probably the best thing I ever got.
That was name a better Snapchat than that message.
Nobody. 3 shots in.
Snape chat.
Snape chat.
I was watching Harry Potter years ago, and Snape was on the screen, and I was like, took a
Like you
picture
just
of it.
discovered fire or something.
Yeah,
like-
basically, and I captioned it Snape chat.
Oh my god. You
And
would.
then
Literally no one laughed.
Literally.
Not a single react on
no
Facebook.
one, absolutely no one. Dick by himself at 2 a.m. watching Harry Potter. Snape chat.
That's basically what it was.
Like,
And then nobody responded. Nobody reacted to it whatsoever.
And how'd that make you feel?
I was thoroughly disappointed in the people in my life.
it's like posting a meme and you get 2 likes. It's like, that was funny. Like, sure, it was 2 a.m. and everybody was asleep and everybody's feed refreshes in the morning, but it's bullshit. I need recognition now. Help me.
Please. Notice me.
Please notice my memes.
He likes attention.
As Tyler would say, witness me!
Ah, yes, the spray paint of silver.
Yeah.
Mad Max, Fury's Load.
Whoa. Fury's Load.
What are we doing this weekend?
I have no, I got my 10-year high school reunion.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Damn, you're old.
Yeah.
I'm older than he is.
Well, I'm not. Good luck, guys.
You'll get there sometime.
I'm not.
Well, I'm not. That's what Maxwell told me one day. He's just like, we're going to turn 30 soon. And I was like, you first, and walked out.
Oh God. But you will get there.
Yes, I will get there, but you'll get there first.
She'll get there before me.
Fuck
It
off.
is written.
Fuck off.
It is written.
Which is
on our
why
birth
you should
certificate.
listen
The
to
fates
me
have decided.
and respect your elders.
Oh, respect your elders.
Fuck off.
Oh, yeah, you don't know nothing.
Hey.
Tell us about the war.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Fuck off.
You're so funny.
Why don't you make like a tree and fuck off?
I remember that tonight.
Okay.
Okay.
He's laughing like a big boy now, but
Oh, yeah.
Every day
Later.
I eat is another day that I don't.
Word.
Word.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird thinking I've been out of high school for 10 years.
Shut the fuck up. So am I.
And here I am just driving by my high school like, wow, all the freshmen when I was a senior are gone now. I feel old. I think humans are in a perpetual state of just making themselves feel like they're just past their prime and old. Like, we're 30 now. My 66-year-old dad is like, I would love to be 30 again.
Right.
Yeah.
That would be tits.
No,
but it's not.
You know what? Okay, so part of me dreads turning 30, but at the same time, I don't feel 30, and I don't feel like I'm this old person that needs to just be, like, set in this old way. Like, I am still young and active, and, like, I still feel like, I don't want to say I'm a high schooler, but I still feel young. I don't feel...
I'm not telling anybody to feel... There was I remember there was, like, a fitness guru or something like that who, like, towed a boat by swimming when he was, like, 80. So I think you have a lot to do with, like, how long you can feel
I'm not going to do that. But
No, don't tow boats, please. Nobody tow boats.
But
it's not recommended. It's like Jackass. Please don't try this.
I don't feel like I'm mature and I'm responsible. I get that. I've been that way since high school. But I still feel very fun and very young and...
Youthful.
Youthful, yes.
Vibrant.
Yes. May not look
Adjectives.
at...
You are Yeet.
Oh my god.
I am Yeet.
I mean, I would respect anyone instantly that entered a room like that. Like, I am Yeet. All right, man.
You are not using my proper pronoun.
Yeah.
What?
I self-identify as Yeet.
Self-identify as Yeet.
I'm going to the DMV right now. They have to listen to me. It's 2019.
Not only do I identify as Yeet, my age is Yeet.
My age, my date of birth,
Yeet.
Yeet. Your day of yeeting.
God.
I was not
when
born.
I first
My
yeeted
bank
upon
account.
this world.
My bank account.
I came out, I dabbed upon it with fury and grace.
I was not born, I was yeeted.
Oh my god.
My mom yeeted me into this world. My dad can yeet me out.
Oh god.
I was having a shit talking match between my buddy John at work. I ended it.
How?
Decisive victory, right?
I told him, I was like, you should have wrote it. You should have been brought into this world on a coat hanger. He was like, whoa.
Whoa.
He's like,
what started this conversation?
And just we're idiots, right? And like I would when we hear each other talk, we'll joke and be like quiet, like we're supposed to be quiet at work or something, and like it'll usually be followed with like, no, you.
I mean, that's the
again.
default.
This is
like Uno reverse. It's always a good.
I want one of those jobs.
Like it's just mindless. We have nothing better to do when we're talking to each other.
Yeah. I mean, if you got a past work, it's like last fall semester I was biking sandwiches at Jimmy John's. There was a very, very old intoxicated lady that was actually part of Breakfast Club. This old lady was part of. It was like a bunch of 22-year-olds.
It's gonna be me.
Like an 80-year-old woman in onesies. I was so confused.
That's gonna be me.
And I biked past her, and she was in the bike lane, mind you. And then she threw a Mike's Hard Lemonade bottle out. It didn't hit.
Straight up.
Yeah, I know. This is gonna happen. It's like looking into the future.
Either that's gonna be her. Like I think it's literally gonna be her because we're eventually gonna discover time travel, maybe, and she's just gonna go back in time.
That's actually it's like
it's straight up
September
it was
2018. Her. Like it was actually her. It was Miranda that day.
It was.
But she throws it. She misses by a lot.
Oh, that wasn't me.
And she's like, look out.
Hold on, we don't know what you're gonna be like. We know how accurate your eating skills will be at 80.
Yeah, it's like we have to leave the potential there. But so she throws it, she misses, and she says, "Look out, dumbass!" And she's in the bike lane. I turn around and I say, "Whatever, you'll be dead soon."
God damn.
And I died the next day. Fuck you.
Not you. Why are you this old lady? You're not nearly as cranky.
We were talking about
as her.
time. He said it was me traveling.
Why are you so cranky then? Why are you throwing bottles
I'm married
at
to him.
people? The golden anniversary. I was just out drinking heavily. Discovered
I just
time
wanted to
travel
get
and
my
threw a
money.
bottle at a Jimmy John's guy. You can't get away with anything on the west side, folks. He just eats a bottle. See, what would be worse if that hit me because I wasn't wearing a helmet on a short run. If you just
who's the dumbass now?
Oh, okay. Well, I retract my statement. I was wearing a.
You can win any argument with no you.
No you.
I mean, it works for 5-year-olds. Why
No,
not? Yeah,
what was it back in our day? I'm rubber, you're glue.
What
What
is
do you
that
say to
if
me
you're
about
fucking okay? You're really showing your age now.
I have no idea what that is.
Okay.
No, you.
I'm like 24 years old. So
Shut the
I'm
fuck
like
up.
5.
Get out of here.
Hey, I turned 25 soon. I don't want to say when, but
What class were you?
Yeah, when's your birthday?
September 11th.
Yeah, I forget. It always catches me off
Yeah,
guard when you
it's just
say
like,
it.
oh no, his birthday's not
Can we just be happy today?
Yeah, it's just I always used to think when I was a little kid, everything in the paper was about me. But my parents
Thanks, Bin
probably
Laden.
just lied to me. Like,
Thanks, Bin Laden.
thanks, Bin Laden.
So what did-
Enjoy
you're
getting
the
dumped
reason
in the
we had
ocean, you
this.
douche.
All right, so what class were you?
I'm in the class of 13.
13. Okay. What school?
Jeff.
Okay.
Yif.
I don't know anybody from that class.
Well, yeah,
me.
he's young.
I know like
You
I
know
know like
me.
one person from McCutcheon 13, and then my brother was 14 at McCutcheon. So
What does Logan drive? Do you know what he drives?
I think he drives an Impala.
Black?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure I passed him earlier, and I just don't know what the fuck he was doing.
that's my other brother.
He was like
he was
doing this to his teeth or something.
he's weird.
Cleaning off his teeth.
He does things.
I was like, I swear to God, that
does
is.
things.
We were on 52, and I was like, I'm pretty sure it's Logan, and I see this guy like in the mirror, like scrubbing his teeth, and I'm like, what?
Awesome.
He had some plaque there.
Sweet.
He had to. It's healthy, I think.
Oh shit!
It's a lot. Make sure you floss, folks. Flossing is
Do
very
your
important.
teeth a heckin' clean
And you know, like,
for us.
it's really good for your gums.
Don't get gingivitis.
Yeah. I started flossing because my dentist was like, "Hey, you really need to floss.
I mean, you should floss anyway.
Like, you really need to floss, or else you're gonna have like oral surgery on your gums." And I'm like, I
Oral
would
surgery.
rather not have surgery on my gums.
That sounds excruciating.
Yeah, exactly. I try to avoid getting hurt or surgery.
So I have a basic human instinct.
No.
I like.
Okay, there are okay.
You know
so,
what? I just see a city
No,
bus. I want to
I
bike
get
right in
why
front of
you're.
that bitch.
I get why you're like. So you're a basic human being. Yeah, obviously.
I like to
I was
not get
going
hurt.
somewhere further with
I
that.
know.
I
Sorry.
wasn't just gonna stop it. I don't like to
That's
get
a
hurt.
good thought. Wow, this is great. I'm glad I'm here.
No, I specifically like you can ask her. Like, I got a major.
Jesus
I
Christ, he's a
I had a
baby.
chunk of my finger taken out by a rivet gun at work.
Finger chunks.
He was a baby. He fucking bandaged that thing up.
It was an OSHA
for
reportable.
fucking weeks. He soaked
OSHA
it.
will hear about this.
He was at work and he was soaking it in a fucking bath salt little tub of water.
They made
Bath
me.
salts. You have
They
bath
made
salts?
me.
What was it? What was it?
Epsom salt.
Yes.
Oh, Epsom salt, not bath salts.
But
It's
he,
like, what?
he
This
wanted
story is so
me to
cool.
wrap it for him the next day, and
I
I'm
became
like,
Florida man.
I mean, I have ascended.
but no, he wanted me to like wrap it for him the next day, and like he was babying the hell out of it. I'm like,
Yeah, she's like, "Can you do dishes?" I'm like, "I can."
I was so like, what the fuck?
It's accurate. Like
I mean, yeah.
the poor finger.
And-
Which one was it?
It was this one.
It looks okay to me.
It
Yeah,
was
it healed
fine.
really quick.
It was completely fine.
I'll try to find the pictures.
You know what? My
Huge
dad,
shock.
who's a construction worker, sliced his hand off, or not off, but opened on steel,
On a steel.
like steel
On
roofing.
a steel or steel?
Look at-
Ooh,
oh
that's
my
cute.
God.
I mean, that
On
looks painful
steel.
because hand injuries. You have so many nerves because you can do this with your hands.
Yes, but that's his fingertip.
What? That's where
but
most
my
of
dad-
the nerves are.
Sliced his hand open with steel. He was loading steel roofing or unloading it. Finished, put a fucking goddamn glove on, finished the job, and then went to the hospital, and then went back to work to finish putting it on the roof.
Do you
I went
feel
back
bad,
to work
Dick?
and continued to seal cars.
See, he's a hero. He deserves a Purple Heart.
No. No.
That's like a dime-sized wound. That's a lot.
It really hurt.
Oh my god.
Trust me, I was there. I was the finger.
I seriously try to avoid any kind of injury where it's going to be in an inconvenient place. Like my hand, something I use a lot. Like my gums. Like I would fucking go insane if I had surgery on my gums. Because I can't, I like to eat. I use my mouth a lot.
Function, but yeah like,
and that would be super annoying.
Oh yeah, just like
it'd be incredibly annoying.
It's like you broke your jaw, and then you have like the whole like headgear and all that, and then you have to like suck stuff through a straw, like that one dude from Ed, Edd and Eddy.
If I ever got a kidney stone, I would be so pissed off.
Literally.
Yeah. Like I would be so mad. Like God,
literally
damn
just
it.
raging over the toilet, like you son of a
You
bitch.
can only be mad at yourself.
Kind
What
of.
causes
I mean,
kidney stones.
some people's
Poor
bodies.
nutrition.
Well, some people's bodies produce higher amounts of calcium.
Yes, but you but what?
Or have higher calcium deposits.
But what you're putting in your body is causing that calcium to stick to that and create that. So you can only be mad at yourself.
Again, to an extent, some people's bodies produce it on its own.
Hello?
It sounds very unpleasant.
Do you know what I do for a living?
Yeah, I get it.
Okay.
I never want to get a kidney stone. I probably just fucked myself by saying that.
I don't think
0
anybody
out of
ever
10
would.
would not recommend kidney stones. I've never had them, but I've seen people.
I've seen
I
seen
wasn't in the
kidney
bathroom,
stones.
I didn't
They're
watch. Like, it was just-
spiky. They're
I
sharp.
don't want to pass one of those through my unit.
Like the thought of it's almost like the thought of like I don't ever want to have a catheter. I never want to have a catheter.
If I ever have to have a catheter, to just kill me. Like just
I would rather die
just
than stick anything down my urethra.
It's an unpleasant word in itself.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
I've never placed a catheter, but I've helped nurses place catheters in men and women. And I'm gonna say I don't have a dick, but it does look painful in the dick. It really does. Even it makes me cringe. I'm like, yeah.
Like, ugh.
But you know what?
It's not supposed to do that.
You're probably under so much medication that when you get it in there, like it doesn't matter anyways.
Yeah.
But
There's some people that have noticed that
can't feel my
feeling,
dick.
and there's some people it
They
doesn't
haven't felt
phase
their
them
dick
at
for
all.
10 years. It's cool.
yeah, I just can't. It's like that picture that just keeps getting brought up, and I'm sorry that I'm bringing this up. I'm so sorry. It's that
Keeps getting
picture
brought up.
of the tooth and the fingernail clippers, and then the next image is like literally like as
Biting
if,
into ice cream.
it's as if like they actually clipped it, and you see like the
nerve and everything.
root of the
Oh my
tooth.
It just bites into the ice cream.
Oh, God, I hate that shit.
Throw back to the Chernobyl memes.
can't do it.
Did you know biting into the ice cream is the equivalent of AZ5?
Oh,
God damn.
Boom.
Have you watched The Boys?
The Boys. The BOIS or BOYS?
BOYS.
BOYS?
It's an
Yeah,
it's a
Amazon series.
superhero thing. It's a good.
Oh,
Who
man.
are the boys?
You would love it. The only notable actor I think is Carl Urban,
Who's that?
the butcher, the main guy that's trying to go after all the superheroes.
Basically, it's showing superheroes' bad sides. Like they are bad people. They can be bad people.
Yeah.
Like
Although
it's like
I don't really want to say this because it gives it away. Because
It's-
they're not
they're-
really
they're-
true superheroes.
Spoiler alert.
there's a corporation that finds these superheroes, contracts them, and then contracts them out to cities.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's like this basically Justice League, but they're called the Seven. They're like the biggest, baddest superheroes of all, most famous, and like they have stock option, like their stocks, and they get points, and the more points they have, the more money they make, and
It's so funny though because they come up with like they're not based off any certain superhero, but you can kind of see like there's a
there's archetypes.
knockoff Aquaman and a knockoff like Flash
yeah,
and
like you know
Superman
who they're
and
talking
Wonder
about.
Woman.
They're making
Yeah.
allegories to
yeah.
those
like
particular
the
people.
main. This isn't a trailer, so it's not even a spoiler. But the main premise of the show is the main character. He's got a girlfriend, and she's like just barely off the sidewalk, and out of nowhere, and they're holding hands, and out of nowhere, she just gets obliterated because a speedster fucking comes through
Right
and just
through her.
like just blows her the fuck up just because
He's,
he
like,
was
holding onto
running.
her hands.
And he's still holding her hands.
Blood
and
everywhere.
Meanwhile, she just got fucking red misted. And he's like, oh shit.
It's like, wow, that's pretty unfair.
And they offer him, like, what, $40,000? And
I think so, to keep his mouth shut.
yeah, and, like, we're sorry money.
Yeah.
It
was a good show,
Your
though.
girlfriend is now in a shoebox. Sorry,
Down
bud.
the city drain.
Yeah, it's just
janitor comes by, just sweeps up the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Like, hey,
it's
my bad.
just showing, like, the dirtier side of superheroes.
Gritty.
Like it's not all like cops
Saving
and robbers.
Rainbows and
Saving
butterflies.
It's these superheroes. There is sometimes collateral damage, and
But,
sometimes these superheroes are just putting on a
Again,
face.
Like I said, they're not true superheroes like they were. I don't want to say it.
Well, the archetype of the superhero is, in fact, purely fantasy because we can't be that.
No.
You know. But the whole premise is it's just like, okay, there's a bunch of people in spandex running around saving people, but it's fun. I like it. But it's like nobody can ever be like a real life superhero.
No.
Even Batman, who just power was his bank account, like, you know, just.
Well, to be fair, I mean he actually trained.
Are there anybody? Is there? I don't know. I've never seen news stories of people out there trying to be like Batman or the Green Arrow or like superheroes.
Stop crime.
Yeah, I've never seen.
Walk around the
Yeah,
streets
not really.
at 2 a.m.
I mean, we're wandering into like kick-ass territory.
Just vigilante bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love those movies.
Oh.
You've seen those, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like, hey, what if we did that thing in our picture books?
Well, you can't fly. You can't swim. You can't breathe underwater.
Yeah, I mean, it's like
you
we
can only-
as regular humans can't do anything cool.
But we
so-
have money.
What's the average running
Someone
speed
just
of a
gonna throw
human?
dollar bills at someone. Hey, you! Stop doing that crime there. Crime is illegal.
Stop.
Stop it, please. Don't do it.
Speaking of that, we got news today that Spider-Man, Sony broke off their deal with Marvel Studios for the Spider-Man films.
So they're done.
I guess. I didn't look into the details of it.
They just
but they're
lost
like-
interest. They're like, "Hey, Spider-Man."
I don't know.
you take him."
I didn't look at the details, but part of me wonders if they're like, well, fucking Marvel built up our franchise again. Now we can just take it. Like as long as we keep casting Tom Holland and all that, we'll make money.
Yeah, Sony. It's hard to find them making a wrong move. So I don't know, but
Sony.
Well, okay. Maybe I'm presumptuous.
I mean, Spider-Man 3, Amazing Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man 2. Those are 3 terrible Spider-Man movies.
There are too many Spider-Man movies.
I don't know.
Marvel Studios was doing an awesome job with their partnership with Sony and this iteration of Spider-Man, and now Sony's like, yeah.
So do you not like the Spider-Man we grew up on? What Maverick was watching earlier?
Pizza Time.
Oh yeah, I like that one.
Oh,
The Spider-Man 3 was terrible. The first 2 were amazing. 3, garbage.
Yeah.
Trash.
Complete garbage. I mean, Topher Grace as Eddie Brock. No. Nope.
Yeah, that's weird.
0 out of 10 would not do again.
I mean, that was his first. That was like one of the first things he did besides that '70s show, and it did not work.
My son was watching
felt
it
weird.
earlier.
Like,
I mean,
like
anything besides Win a Date with Tad Hamilton was weird for Topher Grace.
yeah, it's just like, but you're that guy. Like, some people just get so sank in their roles where it's like, I know you from this place.
Well, that's
so-
why he left that '70s show, because he was tired. He wanted to expand his roles. He didn't want to be stuck in the Eric Foreman role. Well, it didn't work because unfortunately he can only be Eric Foreman.
He is Eric Foreman. It's like you hit that one out of the park where it's just like, I am this person. I express him perfectly. It's just from script to writing and everything. And then, you're just kind of doomed with that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, my son was watching Spider-Man 3 earlier. And he was on there, and it took me a minute. I was like, who the fuck is that guy? Because we've been watching a lot of the 70s show a lot.
He had his tips frosted and all
He
that.
looked-
He was playing
I was just
Eddie
like,
Brock.
Jesus Christ. I'm like, who the fuck is that?
Topher.
It took me a minute.
Oh.
Like, oh.
And then he goes Venom at the end, and it's like, God damn it.
Boo.
This is bad.
Oh, what's happening? What are they doing to us?
They gave us Black Suit Spider-Man, which in the promotional material for Spider-Man 3 looked amazing. Black Suit Spider-Man in that universe looked amazing. So black suit Spider-Man as Peter Parker did not translate well. The symbiote Parker, terrible. It was emo Parker.
Emo Parker.
Emo
Parker.
You've seen it. You've
Tips,
watched it.
70s show guy.
It was bad. It was so bad. Best part of that movie is still J.K. Simmons.
Well, there's always a bright spot to everything, you know.
Yep. There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know what Sony's deal is. I don't know what their plan forward is, because Marvel had a sweet setup for like the next movie or so for Spider-Man, and
they're just like, nope.
Yeah, I don't know what their
We're
plan
gonna
is.
be over here in Japan making PS4s.
Really, really looking forward to seeing what Journey into Comics has to say about it next week.
Yes.
Wink, wink. Hopefully they say something about it. They're going to this comic series. It's an X-Men comic series, right? That's going on right now called House of X, and it's as if like Magneto and Xavier are teaming up, and they're working for all the mutants, and they're like, hey, we're trying to set up our own nation. We got an island, and this is going to be our home. We're going to be our own nation away from the humans.
Yeah, our own little separate thing.
And to the humans, like, hey, we are the future. Don't fuck with us.
We have powers and shit, bro.
So, and it's just listening to them talk about it on Journey into Comics, I really want to get into it really badly, because apparently it eventually skips ahead 100 years after that. It's like the aftermath of all that shit. That's crazy.
I'm guessing it didn't work.
It did. Kind of. I mean, well, I guess the island didn't, but they're still there. They're still mutants.
Just doing mutant stuff. Like
Yeah, I don't know.
Becoming tree frogs and
Like there's two different series, I guess. There's House of X and then Powers of X, and they go hand in hand together, but they're two different. Yeah.
realms, people, characters. Things
I
like that.
guess I don't know. I'll have to read it. I'll have to read them both, but I'm super interested.
Yes.
I've never read comics, so
I've never read comics either.
this will be new for me if I dive into it. I actually tried. I stopped at Barnes and Noble today to try and find it. Wasn't there. I went over here to Blue Moon Comics, which is right over by my house. Weren't even open. I was like, cool. Guess I'll just not.
Guess I'll not be enlightened by this.
I guess I'll
book.
not support some fucking sweet ass comic books.
Yeah.
And buy them.
It's like, hey, I like that idea. It sounds like a good plot point to me.
It's fucking 3 PM and they're not open. Like,
Yeah.
what? Why?
Wait, the one off of Earl, right?
Yeah, right over here.
Yeah, they weren't open.
They
at 3
weren't.
o'clock
They
in the
weren't open at
afternoon on a
3 in the
Tuesday.
afternoon on a Tuesday.
Like, I get it. Like, Castle Comics, the one I always went to back in the day, was like, don't quote me on this, but apparently Monday in the Buddhist faith is like Sunday. Like, nobody works, but so they were closed Monday.
Okay.
That was the only day they were closed. And then that made a little more sense, but I'm like, okay, Monday, that's random, whatever. 7-year-old me just went home. But like 3 p.m. on a Tuesday seems a little.
What are we talking about?
Oh, like
how a comic book store was closed at 3 p.m. on a Tuesday.
I don't know.
Yeah, I tried to go over here to Blue Moon Comics, and they were closed.
It was like Tuesday seems like the most business day out of anything. What's special about Tuesday?
Like, it's so
besides
weird. It's like the
tacos?
one time I'm trying to go to a comic book store.
Yeah.
Like
I need
I
this.
never ever try. I was gonna try to pick up some comics, attempt to read some comics, and like check this stuff out.
When was this?
Today.
Oh.
I tried. I went to Wendy's right after work. Got me some Wendy's.
What'd you get?
Chicken McNuggets.
Chicken McNuggets.
I got some
Which
chicken
Wendy's
nuggets.
are you going to?
I got some chicken nuggets and some fries.
Was they spicy nuggies?
No, I don't like the spicy.
He doesn't like spicy.
Why don't you like spicy nuggies?
Because the regular nuggets are just fine.
He doesn't like spicy anything. Like, I made chicken tacos once with some spicy ranch, and he wanted regular ranch.
Ranch is the worst sauce ever created.
Who the fuck are you?
Fight me.
Bring it on!
Anyway, so I got my Wendy's, ate a little bit of it, went into Barnes & Noble, thinking, okay, maybe I'll find this compendium of comics.
What are you looking
Not
for?
in there. It's this X-Men comic series called House of X. So I was like, okay, I have a comic book store right by my house, right around the corner. I'm going to go over there. Not open. 3 p.m. on a Tuesday. Closed. What
were their
fuck?
hours?
It doesn't even say hours
It doesn't
on their
even
door.
say
There are no hours on their door or window.
When we're here. Like,
Basically.
like,
the only thing on their door was closed and get your tuition paid for by joining the Army. That's all that was there.
oh, Army.
It was sad. And I don't want to, like, I can pre-order the compendium, which I guess is out in December for like $30, but I don't want to do that. I want to start reading it now.
Yeah.
Get caught
I
up.
demand it.
I want to get caught up to where Nate and Tyler are, and I want to read them. I want to read them.
Are you going to read them?
I will. I mean, comic books, they take like not long to read, so.
Not long to read.
They take like.
How long will this repair take? Not long. Just in an official capacity, like, what does that mean? I am lost.
It's whatever.
It's also very good. Like, hey, will my brakes work? It's whatever. Like,
sure.
If the brakes don't stop you, something will.
Are you going to the Halloween party at North End? I know it's like forever away.
Yes, I'm also going to the NFL kickoff at North End. That should be fun.
When is this?
September 7th. It's the first game of the season. It's Packers at Bears.
Damn it! That's a Saturday, isn't it?
Yes.
I'm trying to find somebody to go with me. Yeah, it is. The Colts kickoff concert in Indy is the 7th.
Oh, those poor Colts.
Shh, it is a good time. I went 2 years ago.
I love the football environment. It's not. It wouldn't be fun if we all rooted for the same team.
Right, exactly. No, I went two years ago with my older brother. Went to my first Colts kickoff concert. It's a free concert on the streets of Indy. And they were giving away free Colts merchandise. They had bands. Like Hunter Hayes is playing this year. It was one of the best nights of my life.
Yeah, tailgating and stuff like that.
It was just...
It's very fun. It's a cool part of, like, I know that there are a lot of students at Purdue, like, Korean students,
right,
German students, and everything are just like, I just love tailgating. That's the coolest part.
I met some of the greatest people. Like I said, I went with my older brother. We were having a good time. I got fucked up. They had these Colts Long Island iced teas. Oh, my God. Amazing.
Very blue.
They were amazing. But... like the best part of my life, or that night is, so there was this dude up in this window way above us in this building behind us. And my brother and I kept trying to get him to come down. He wouldn't come down. Well, there was this like group of cute girls that got in front of us, and they were like looking at him and like he's like asking for their phone number. So this chick like signals this phone number. And they start laughing and saying that's not the right number. And I was like, this poor fucking dude. Well, like, I don't know, like 20 minutes goes by. And next thing I know, this dude just walks up next to me. And I'm looking at him. I'm looking at my brother. I'm like, dude, it's the window dude.
It's the window man.
It's the window dude. So my brother was like, hey, yo. And he was trying to find those girls. And I'm like, I'm sorry. They gave you the wrong number. You know that, right? And he goes, yeah, I figured. But it ended up being such a good night. I ended up going up to where he was staying, and I sat on the edge of the window, looked down at the concert the rest of the night. I mean, it was so fucking amazing.
It was a good time.
I missed last year's. I wanted to go. He was not willingly going to go, but going to go. But it was raining, and I worked late, I think, so we didn't make it. But I am dead set determined to go this year. I'm trying to find somebody to go with me because he does not like to do things I like to do. We went to a country concert, and he was miserable the entire fucking time, and it ruined the night.
That was a fun post.
Yeah. So anybody listening, if you want to go to a Colts kickoff, it's free. I have the you have to get tickets, but it's free. I'm looking for somebody to go with me and drink some blue Long Island iced teas, and maybe I'll see that window man again and be like, yo.
Window man, it's been a long time.
I have pictures of him.
Window man, if you're out there.
Window man.
We miss
our call.
No, it was a good time. I'm like, I would really like, I want to go. Hey, that's him.
Hey, window man.
It's the window man. It was a good time. It was a good time. My brother and I were fucking dancing. Oh, what song was this? was a good time. And it's even my brother, like, my brother's this metal guy. He was, like, brought up, he was in the metal band. And it was country people singing, but to him, any live music is good music, and he had a good time. Good time.
I was fine when there was music playing. So going back to the show, country show we went to.
The country show.
There was a Kenny Chesney lookalike right in front of me too. I swear to God, I was like, it's fucking Kenny Chesney.
Yeah, he looks like Kenny Chesney.
Oh my God.
It's him. It's really
I met
him.
the Colts super fan. That guy that's always on fucking TV dressed up.
Oh, that guy.
Yes, that guy. Oh my God, that guy. I was so excited. I'm like, oh my God, I gotta.
I respect his devotion, but I disrespect his team.
Shh. Agreed.
It was a good time though. And then my brother, older brother though, he had to drive me back home. I dropped him off in Frankfurt, and I drove my ass to the Cactus and got even more fucked up.
Imagine running the worst fake punt in history against the New England Patriots. Do you want to know how bad I wanted the Colts to win that game? Because it's the Patriots. At least the NFL fans can be united about that.
Do we want to talk about
like
that really horrible?
I'm talking to you, McLaughlin.
The Patriots are the Clintons.
The Patriots are the
They
Clintons
are.
of the NFL. It's
They
all
are.
easy.
Everybody-
It's just easy.
No,
to
you
hate
know
them.
what? To me, the Patriots are the fucking Central Catholics of fucking
The
NFL.
CCs of the NFL.
Oh my God! And
We'll be here every year.
Fucking hate him.
I'm Thomas Brady, and this is Jackass.
But no, it was a good fucking time. I need to get somebody to go with me. I don't want to go alone, obviously. I'm gonna get too drunk. I know you won't go.
Probably not.
Anyway, we're talking about Halloween party. So you gonna go?
I'll be there. I'm gonna dress
I'll be
up as Link from Ocarina of Time. I don't know. I just thought of that right
I don't
now.
know what we're gonna
could
be at.
anything.
I couldn't figure out
I could
what I
dress up
wanted
as
to do.
Patrick. That'd be cool.
Yes.
I couldn't figure out what I wanted to do.
Regular ass.
Every year I try to outdo myself, or at least do something unique and funny.
You know what I'm trying to get him to do? Jon Snow and Ygritte from fucking.
Yeah, I finally gave in, and I'm like, I have
He
nothing.
can pull it off.
I was like, I got
Totally.
nothing.
But no, he's settling. I'm not gonna. Fuck you. I'll be something else. But no, I'm excited for it. What's that comment?
Brett Maxon says, "Whoa, now the Patriots are great." Yeah, they're all a bunch of very talented athletes, but
They're very talented athletes, worthy of our respect.
But
that
God
have some
damn.
questionable decisions in recent years.
But no,
We'll talk about it soon, Brett.
I'm excited for the show because we went to the Shakedown this last weekend, and there was a band there that we met that's going to be playing at the Halloween
it's
concert.
the White Claw band.
Yes.
The Claws.
They are so fucking amazing.
They called them Used. They're pretty good.
Oh my God. It brought me back to my middle school, high school punk rock emo girl stage.
Devin Nunamaker was like, "You're not gonna like this band." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, they're pop punk. You're not gonna like them." I'm like,
I'm surprised you do. You're not really into
I like a lot of things.
Yeah, I didn't think you would be that into them.
I just prefer
That is
metal.
the broadest statement ever said. I like lots of stuff.
No, just because I like one thing and I prefer one thing doesn't mean I don't like
I mean,
this broad
honestly, I didn't
spectrum
think
of
you would
things.
like. I mean, when we were listening to him, I was like, yeah, he's probably not feeling. Oh my God, I was though. I loved it. I cannot wait. I bought their. I don't ever buy CDs or like merchandise from people ever.
Yeah, it's like $80 for a t-shirt.
I bought their CD and a T-shirt, and I was like,
Worth it.
I literally the last 2 days have been listening to that on repeat. And I messaged the singer, and I was like, don't make fun of me, but I've been listening to your CD on repeat. He's like, oh, thanks. I'm like, I really like this certain song, and I can't wait. They're all excited about playing the Halloween show, and I'm like, I'm excited.
It's gonna be spoopy.
It's gonna be awesome.
Spoopy.
Spoopy
That's
indeed.
racist.
Spoopy?
Spoopy.
Spoopy
I'm hearing
is
booby.
all Spoopy is a misspelling on a Halloween decoration that got made into a meme.
See, I was told by a Latino man that because he called me a spoop. He's like,
oh, is that their?
He's like, dude, it's like a racial. It's a racial slur that can be used against anyone.
I've never heard that.
That by default can't be a racial slur then.
I don't know. I looked it up, and that's what I get. That's the
What
definition.
is
I can't.
spoopy?
Yeah, spoopy.
SPOOPY.
Yeah.
Spoopy.
Like it's.
I just saw like a meme in 2014.
He's like fucking spoop. I'm like, what?
Spoopy is a word that describes something that is scary and funny at the same time. The word spoopy began as an internet meme. I don't see anything about racial.
I did when I looked at
Racist.
This is like 2 years ago too.
Oh, I know, but it's just like things that sound racist, but they aren't. Like, hey, Dick, stop being such a sugar taster.
You son of a bitch.
You son of a bitch. Like, it sounds like it should be real bad, but it's not.
Yeah.
Like, oh, God.
Man, kudos to Brett Maxon. He's been, like, watching this entire time.
I love you, Brett.
Like,
even if you like the Patriots.
Thank you for sitting here and watching. Participate in the chat. Let us know what you think. Talk to us.
Minus the Patreon. Oh, my God. Let's not listen to that. Why is that on there? Oh, my God. And Brett, if you want to go to the Colts kickoff concert with me, you sure can.
He's a Patriots fan. Why?
Oh, that's right. He'll
Why
go
would he
there.
do
You could show up in your jersey and troll all of these sad, sad blue people.
I would probably show up in my Falcons jersey.
Do you remember what the Falcons did? Super Bowl? Yeah, he's a Falcons fan.
They blew a 25-point lead. I get it.
What was that? I can't hear you.
But they kicked ass the first 3 quarters.
The first 3.
Yeah,
and then
it's the last.
And then out of nowhere.
And then you got shit on.
Completely.
I was just like, hey, let's call a play action fake on like 3rd and 12 or something.
Yeah.
Matt Ryan won't get tackled. It'll be cool.
The Colts have proven the first 3 quarters don't mean shit. It's that 4th quarter that you need to prove yourself. And they didn't. Who cares if they did really good?
You gave the enemy the ring.
The 3 you did.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Brett Maxwell also gave the enemy the ring because the Seahawks wanted to run.
Oh my
wanted to run
God!
a slant.
Oh my God!
That was
so
literally the
stupid.
fucking
that
stupidest
was
play.
The dumbest fucking. I got up from the TV. I
remember exactly what I was doing when I was watching that. My brother's in the bathroom, and they fucking did that. And I was like, Jesus fucking Christ, like jumping up and down. And I'm like,
oh yeah, they're just gonna hand it off. I'll go to the right or something like that. Like,
fucking throw.
yo, let's run a slant. Let's get real greasy with it.
What the fuck?
Let's win with flair.
Yeah, let's look real. Oh no, they picked it off. Fuck. Like.
Oh my God, I remember. Oh, it was. I was so fucking
like,
pissed off.
Like the one guy that's in on it is like, oh no, he got the ball.
I just remember when that
happened. He just ran a touchdown.
He just did a touchdown.
I remember when that happened. My brother was in the bathroom and I was screaming the whole time, like, get the fuck out of here. Like, you're missing this. Like, what? Because he went to the bathroom like, oh, they got this.
The guy
this.
carrying the balls. It's just like,
they got this.
Oh no, he stole it.
He stole the ball. Julian Edelman faked that catch against the Falcons, man.
Oh
it's rigged.
no, I accidentally fumbled it. Oh, he recovered it.
Atlanta
sucks.
tried. Sorry.
Yeah, we kicked ass.
Yeah, you guys did great.
At
least you guys destroyed the Packers that playoff season.
Fuck yeah, we
did.
did.
You remember when so it was the 13-3 Cowboys?
The last 5 times I've watched the Falcons play the Packers, they obliterate the Packers every fucking time.
Yeah, it's great because they're Packers fans. But like I think it was the Packers the round before they played the Falcons because the Falcons, obviously Matt Ryan MVP, you guys were tearing it up that year. Before that, the Green Bay had to play Dallas, who was 13-3 that year and real good. That was
for once.
Yeah, for once. Yeah, the Cowboys were good. You heard it there first. Sure, they didn't win a playoff game, but don't tell their fans that. Anyways, I'm not sorry. Anyways, so they beat the 13-3 Cowboys, and then they're going to play Atlanta, right? And I remember seeing, do you remember the movie Rocky, the dude with like the star-spangled pants and everything?
Yeah, Apollo Creed.
Yeah, Apollo Creed. So Apollo Creed is just like Packers fans after beating the Cowboys. It was Apollo Creed, the hype train. It was like Packers fans after playing the Falcons. It was just Apollo Creed just dead on the mat, just like knocked out, just like, oh, he dead, he gone.
Accurate.
Poor Aaron.
Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's also paid a lot of money, so.
Yeah.
A lot of money.
Not as bad as Jay Cutler.
Yeah, that's what a Bears fan tried to tell me at DT. He's like, Ben Roethlisberger isn't elite. I'm like, dude, you're a Bears fan. You don't know anything about quarterbacks. Stop talking. Like, Jay Cutler has all your records. Smoking Jay Cutler. He smokes cigarettes and eats hot dogs on the sideline. Like, yeah, I showed up. What?
Genuinely want to get a Jay Cutler like
I want to ironically get a Jay Cutler
I
jersey.
have the picture saved of like, because he's so dead inside.
He's just like, look, I'm here to play. I'm not here to win. I'm just gonna. I'll show up and maybe. I remember one famous quote from him was, he's like, "I'm glad I'm not a wide receiver, so I don't have to do as much cardio." And I'm like, Jay.
Oh, that's so Jay Cutler.
Jay, never change, man. Like,
I loved when he got moved to the Dolphins, and like he actually kicked ass like his first game.
Yeah, Dolphins
like,
fans were like, "Ugh."
And then he showed his true colors.
He was like, "Oh wait, I'm still Jay Cutler." Like Ryan Fitzpatrick last year with the Bucks. First 2 games, like 8 touchdowns, 9 touchdowns, like 1 pick or something, or 0 picks. And he's like, all we have to do is beat the Steelers at home, and then the NFL will take us seriously. And nobody takes Tampa seriously, so you know who won.
See, I love Andrew Luck. He's a good quarterback, but
He's a good guy and a good quarterback.
Ruined. He's ruined.
He is a top 5 paid player, and he's not on the field.
Like I read a thing today from Indianapolis where they're going to decide after this weekend's playoff game if he's going to start or not. Preseason playoffs.
Playoffs
oh my god,
you're way too ahead of yourself.
Not in August. I know that. Like
preseason, excuse me.
You're way ahead of yourself.
I've been drinking
They're
a
not
little.
going to make it to the playoffs.
You don't know that.
Yeah, they probably will.
Yeah,
they usually do.
If they have Andrew Luck, they will.
Yeah,
he's so good. But no, my man is Ty. I love Ty.
Ty Hilton.
He is my man.
He's like
Before him though, it was
Harrison.
No, Austin Collie.
Oh, Austin Collie.
I fucking loved Austin Collie. He was so good, and then fucking this 1 year, concussion after concussion after concussion, and then he gets traded to the fucking Patriots, and guess what? Concussion, and then he's done.
My dome.
What the fuck? No, he was my man. But no,
I miss Troy Polamalu in his
concussions are bad.
Ty.
Concussion.
Him and Pat
Dick
McAfee.
The football, Blaine Tyler. Concussions aren't good.
Stay away. No, and then Pat McAfee, obviously. I mean,
Pat McAfee's the man.
He is amazing.
I love Pat McAfee.
I won tickets from Pat McAfee. Legit won tickets from him. I followed him.
He walked up and was just like, you
basically.
win. Like,
no, okay, so
right
I
there.
followed him on Twitter, and you know who Bob and Tom are, right? Bob and Tom?
I know who Tom and Bob are.
Bob and Tom. Okay, well, he was on Bob and Tom a lot. So when he was playing for the Colts still, every Saturday night before their home games, he would do this, like, this question, like, okay, if you get the answer right, you win 2 tickets to the game. So I listened to Bob and Tom a lot, and one of the questions was, who was my roommate last away game? Well, I knew from listening to Bob and Tom, he didn't sleep with roommates. He would pay extra to have the room to himself. So I tweeted that, got it fucking right.
Yeah.
And I won tickets from him, and I went up to they were at the call window, and my name was on him, and it said from Pat McAfee. I was 6 rows up from their end zone. Oh my god, it was the fucking best. I still have the tickets.
I still need the Steelers to come to Indy so I can go see a game, because I've never seen a Steelers game. I really want to.
I've never been to an NFL game.
Yeah. I went to one football game, and that was the Central Catholic Championship game where they won 66-0. Oh. So that was a fun game to watch.
The Patriots of high school.
Yeah, the Patriots of the high school football world. It's
fuck them.
Those.
I mean,
Jesus
here
lovers,
I was a Rossville Hornet.
The Hornets.
Hornets who have no football. Yeah.
Yeah. That was the saddest yet. Yeah. We still didn't have the Jefferson Broncos. All right, we beat Harrison. That's our one game, but you're in the marching band, so you gotta watch us
fucking
lose.
Rossville every fucking year. The very first basketball game was against Jeff, and we'd always get our fucking asses kicked.
Jeff life.
Yeah.
We weren't good at any sports besides golf, which is ironic as the inner city school. When I was going there, we were really good at golf. Like, yeah, Jeff, they got a good golf team. Like, what? Like,
I mean, growing up, like Delphi always had like a really good football and basketball team, And then when I get into high school, like, both of those suck. But tennis, swimming, and wrestling were out of this world. And girls softball.
Just monsters. Like, all right, we're
Yeah.
It's just weird how sports rotate like that with the students. It's just like, oh, yeah, my neighbor was Timmy Fogarty, and he was the Jeff quarterback and all that. And then he was gone, and it was just like, well, I guess we're just going to do halfback right for the rest of the season.
Yeah, like, Delphi was, like, beast as fuck at wrestling. Like,
Not
those
Rossville.
unitards, man.
yeah.
They give you powers.
They had badass wrestlers, swimmers.
Tell me Nick Maxon in that one 4th of July onesie doesn't have powers.
Oh, yeah.
He's got powers,
He
man.
does.
I don't know what they are, but
You know,
certainly they have them.
that year when I was on his team and he wore that,
The aura is
It did things to him.
it did things to me.
Last year, you just took balls to the face from my team.
We didn't even play games last year.
Yeah, last year nobody really
Nobody
did
fucking
anything.
played anything.
Everybody, well, no, not last year.
Oh,
Oh, this
year.
last one. Okay,
This
yeah.
most
Yeah, we
recent field day.
We sucked this
And
year.
fucking
Yeah, I was like,
all I remember is AJ bitching about cornhole being where he's from, fingering people's buttholes and shit. And
yeah, I
I'm
remember
like,
that was his one contribution to you guys.
and he didn't even do shit. And all he did was stand around and bitch about, well, where I'm from, cornhole.
Cornhole means butthole stuff.
And I'm like, we get it. We get it.
I mean, he's
Hi,
not
AJ.
wrong, but like, because
we're trying to focus on the task at hand right
like,
now.
This,
Put the
this
bag
is
in the hole.
This is the cornhole we're referring to.
Bag toss. Do
Yeah.
bag toss. Just something. Just do. Get it in there.
3 shots in.
Yeah, just do.
I mean,
Win.
Dave and I were pretty kick-ass at tic-tac-toe cornhole.
That was the one. I thought that was the one we lost. We lost to somebody at tic-tac-toe cornhole. That
don't
was
know.
before everybody
I
blacked out
think
after
we
round
lost.
3.
We lost, but I thought we did a really good.
I
We did a
climbed a
stellar
tree.
job.
It was ugly.
You did climb a tree multiple times. I thought you were going to fall out and die.
Yeah, everybody did, and then I was fine. Here I am, 10 fingers, 10 toes. What's up?
Thankfully, because I got your ass down, that's why.
Well, nobody could throw up a Natterday to me. That's really why I came down.
You never even asked for one.
I asked several people.
I was out there
several
multiple times.
David
and you never
Linder
asked
was
for
out
one.
there chucking Natterdays like a hero. Shout out to you, Dave. You're a good guy for that. But he was trying. He just kept throwing it, and it like the can just busted. And he's like, "All right, I'm going over here now." And then it was just me and the tree. Like, and then Creed came over and was like, "You look like you're falling asleep. You should probably come down."
Yeah,
Like,
I remember that.
I think I was inside at this point.
Yeah, I didn't see any of the bands because I was in the tree watching
You tree,
stars that may
tree
not
hugger.
exist anymore.
But you at least saw their light.
I did.
I love looking at
That's
stars.
how light years work.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Space.
Awkward silence.
The final frontier.
You know, I was born too late to explore the Earth, but I was born too early to explore space, but I was born just in time enough to explore the internet. And that's why we talk about it and we meme. Because we've got no other frontier besides the unknown frontier of
So how old are you again?
old
No, how old are you?
24.
Like, were you around when dial-up internet was a thing?
Yeah.
How about before it was a thing? No, like, I do. That's what.
So that was
I remember trying to get onto the computer when my parents had gone to sleep.
Yes.
And I had to fire up the internet, and
it was
that
so
was like the
fucking
bane of
And you're
my...
just like,
Yeah, I'm just like... I swear, I'm just going to play 2 more rounds of Warcraft 2, and I'm going to go to bed.
No, that was back when the internet was slow. If the phone rang, you got disconnected, and you actually
shit was annoying.
actually had to pay for porn. Like, you could not get free porn.
Well, 7-year-old me didn't know that, but...
You couldn't get free porn. You couldn't. I mean, it doesn't matter if you would try to do like the trial or like you could put a fake card in. It didn't work. You could not get free porn.
No free
back
porn.
then at all.
Count your blessings, people.
Yeah, exactly.
Count your blessings. You can type in boobies to your phone right now. You can get it anywhere. You can go to the park.
Google will provide.
Google
Nah.
will provide.
There was no free porn.
I feel
back
like
then.
that's
Not so
like-
much. Not so much Bing. Bing's pretty
Bing.
safe.
Bing. Like, everyone's second choice. That
Now,
needs to be-
like, my older brother had on our family computer that we used this folder. I'm really good at finding things. I
the
really
porn
am.
folder.
She is.
And
Finding things.
I really am. And he did. He had the folder that had the porn in it.
I have no idea how she found mine. It's literally labeled not porn.
It's not really labeled.
No, it's not.
That's what I would label mine. It's just, all right, well, I trust it.
I can't remember if I've said this on the show or not, but I used to. So the way I would hide it, I would hide it literally on the desktop, and I would change the icon to blank icon.
Yeah, just the paper.
And I would rename it just dash or period, and then I would hide it in like a white spot on the wallpaper.
Oh, you slide that.
Oh yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ! No, I
My
literally.
friend showed me that, and I'm like, dude, that's pretty sick.
That's lit. I'm 12 years old. This is new to me. I can do this now. Like,
No,
like,
I'm good at finding anything. I also have.
Where's Amelia Earhart?
Huh?
Where's Amelia Earhart?
I mean, porn-wise, I'm good at finding.
so
I can find porn anywhere.
Porn on the ceiling, porn on the couch, porn in the closet. But oh no, Amelia.
Porn at supper time.
Porn at supper time. I just want to know some legit mysteries. Where's that lady at?
Where's Jimmy Hoffa's body?
DB Cooper.
North Pole.
Somewhere. That's a big place. Like, where are you at, Patrick? Oh, I'm in Lafayette. Come get me. Come scoop me up. Like, just start going up and down the streets. I'll be on one of them.
Okay, so you say in Lafayette. So he's got this friend who lives in Lafayette, and whenever he goes out, he says that he's going to town. Have you ever said that while you're in Lafayette?
I don't live in Delphi, so no.
No,
Usually
in Lafayette, he lives.
This person's from Dayton.
Yeah, I know.
They
Are
grew
they
up
from Dayton?
They grew up in Dayton. So
going to town is
going
Lafayette.
to
Lafayette to get.
So
But
no,
he's
he literally lives like 2 blocks away from Jeff.
He lives in
Going to
Lafayette.
town.
So
Going to
whenever
town.
he's
Calm
going to
down.
like Walmart or anywhere outside of his house, he's like, "Hey, I'm going to town. Do you need anything?"
Calm down, you yokel. Like
I was like, dude, you literally live in the middle of town.
yeah, you are in the dead center of Lafayette. Like there's city like 3 miles in either direction.
Yes.
Like,
and it's not like he just moved here. Like
going to town, folks. You gonna need some churned butter.
Like,
freaking
I'm from
cinnamon.
Rossville, and we literally, like, when we went to town, we went to town. Like, we had to go Lafayette or Frankfurt. And I've lived here a year, and I've never said I'm going into town.
I've lived in this town my whole life, and I
Never
would
said
never
it?
say going to town because this is the town.
Yeah.
Why would I go?
I live in
Why would
Delphi.
Yeah, we're gonna go to Maryville to drink in the 2 bars that they have, and then mail something from the post office, and then leave. Like Maryville, Indiana, folks.
Maryville. That's a lot. Wait, what?
Maybe Muncie, or one of the little spit towns around here.
Mulberry?
Mulberry.
Oh,
Yeah,
I was like, okay. I was like, you're naming another bigger town, like
Mulberry.
Mulberry, folks. With the,
Rockfield.
Rockfield. There's a field of rocks somewhere.
Rockfield. It's in between Delphi and Logansport. My grandma used to live there, and
Romney.
It's one of those places that you don't have mailboxes.
Pettit.
You go to the post office to pick up your shit.
That little tiny 4-house area on
Pettit?
26.
Yeah, I love it. It's so great. I used to drive.
That you have to slow down for like a whole 30 feet.
Yeah.
55, 40. 55.
Yeah, it's just like, don't you dare hit one of these probably later aged people with no children.
No, you know what? I swear to God, 2 days ago, I was taking my kids to school, and there was the 2 cars pulled off on the side of the road. And I drove by, and first of all, I was scared to death because I thought I just saw a human being splattered all over the road.
That's intense.
It was a dog. There was a dog, and this girl was like kneeling next to it, bawling her eyes out, and it's just like dead.
And that's why you go
carcass.
40 miles in Pettit.
Exactly. That is exactly why. Because people's dogs get hit and killed.
I love dogs.
Me too.
I love all of them.
Convince him to get us one.
What? That's a big task.
See? Wow, he loves dogs, and he's telling that's wow. That's
Kids are a big task. I have 2
Yeah.
fucking kids.
Yeah.
I handle them pretty well.
Well, you still got to handle them even with a dog.
Maybe it's the snowball effect. Who knows?
I'm not ready for a dog.
He'll never be ready for a dog.
I'm not ready for a dog right now. I don't want a dog.
You could have had kittens. They're pretty easy to take care of.
Yeah, we had a kitten.
And now it's
he grew up into Loki. See, Baxter
I
was
love
never
Loki.
a kitten. He was a teenager by the time
Baxter
I got him.
is a grumpy ass, I don't want to do anything person.
Like, if he had an expression, it would be...
If he was a human,
Right?
he would be Blaine.
Honestly.
He would.
Ball, ball, ball,
Actually, we were just...
we wakes up in the morning and is just,
Yes.
nah, I'm not about it. Like,
Yes. No, we were just talking
Basically.
about this earlier because Baxter was following him into the kitchen. I was like, Baxter is so you. He's so grumpy and like, I don't want to do shit. And Loki's me. Loki's this fun, energetic, like, I want to fucking go crazy person. And Cat, and that's, we do.
Baxter
Our
can
cats
have
are our
fun, too.
personalities.
Baxter's a cool guy.
I love Baxter.
Baxter's a bro, man.
he's a-
I'd have a
he's a-
beer with
He
Baxter.
hangs out.
Beers with Baxter.
He is like me. He just hangs out.
He's there.
He's just there.
Boom.
You know.
But he doesn't put any effort in anything.
If you want him, cool. If you don't, he's there.
I'll be available.
Yeah,
I think
basically.
I saw something the other day where it was something like it reminded me of like me in high school. Like I wasn't very like I didn't talk to other people a lot, but if people talked to me, then I would just talk back to them a lot. And it's called NPC energy.
I shared that today. Yeah.
NPC energy.
Oh my God.
You don't start conversations unless somebody talks to you. Like if I sit at a bar, like I'd sit at Kirby's for 3 hours and not say anything to anybody and just watch the Cubs or whatever's on. But if somebody talks to me, it's just like, now I'm in a stranger's apartment playing Risk at 3:30 in the morning. I don't know why we're starting a Risk game at 3:30 in the morning.
Sound
We
like
have
a
no
good idea.
chance of getting done. But like,
See,
this is an investment. Like
I am not the same person I was in high school.
No,
And-
she's the Pokemon trainer that locks eyes with you and immediately starts talking to you and battles you.
Yes.
She's that kind of NPC.
NPC. Well, no, she can't be an NPC if NPCs don't interact with the world around them. They just
No,
pass
Well, in
through.
Pokemon they do.
Well, that's true.
The trainers, they're NPCs.
Yes, they are.
They lock eyes with you. And that means
Well,
battle.
What are they doing? Well, they're not locking eyes with you, essentially.
Typically rotating around in a square.
In a
So what I do-
sequence.
So next
In
time
a
you
sequence.
see me
Like,
at North End, and I'm just going in the circle. That's what I'm doing. I'm searching. For the
this
next person.
conversation looks cool.
No, I am not that person I was in high school. In high school, I was this shy, quiet. I wouldn't talk to anybody. I got picked on a lot growing up, so that. But I don't know. I obviously am not the same person I was in high school, and I will talk to. I can make friends with anybody. I literally can, and I am that person. I talk, and there are so many times when I meet people, and I'm like, I am so sorry if I am talking your ear off. Just tell me.
My bad.
Nobody has told me though, had the balls enough to tell me, shut the fuck up. Most people tend to like me. I bring off a good energy, I think. Are you just shaking your head? Yeah.
Energy.
Energy. Yes.
Aura. Is
Aura,
it aura
aura.
or aura?
Aura. I've
Aura.
heard aura.
Aura.
Aura. I never heard aura.
What
Aura.
way do
I mean,
we
it
hit
starts
the
with
A?
an A, so it's Aura.
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 I've heard aura. You bring up
Chat,
a good aura.
help us.
Aura.
Like they can say
Yeah, you know where
it.
the word aura comes from, right? You know what the auroras are, right?
Aurora Borealis, yeah.
Aura.
Aurora.
Aurora.
Oral.
Aurora. Oral.
Oral.
The Aurora Borealis.
I broke the seal.
Tisk.
Many
tisk.
liquids.
Tisk.
I'd be a horrible kidney patient.
Hey, Dick, what's your third favorite reptile?
Third. Wow.
What's your first?
I'm just trying to ask questions here.
Third favorite reptile.
Yeah, take that. This is a test. Like,
Man, this is tough because I know some reptiles, man.
just the
I know
scaly
s-
bastards, man.
I know some fucking reptiles. Man, that's tough.
Yeah,
because there's
yeah.
some good ones.
Yeah, this is like a hardcore interview.
There's some
Like,
good ones. Like, do we go all the way back to the dinosaurs? Like, were they
only
reptiles?
we are limiting this for the purpose of this exercise
to current
reptiles. Yes.
current reptiles? Gotcha. Oh man, I mean, there's the girdled armadillo lizard.
The girdled.
Those are pretty badass.
Is that first, second, third?
I would have to put that first
Girdled armadillos.
because those are pretty sweet.
They have girdles. They're armadillos. You know how it is.
Yeah, they look like little armored dragon lizards.
Oh, those things with the spikes and all that.
Oh yeah, they're badass.
I would want.
They're considered threatened, so you can no longer purchase them. Sucks. I know.
I want one.
Number 3, man. I have to skip number 2.
Yeah.
I don't even know what number 2 is, but I'm just gonna go straight to 3.
Favorite reptile.
Komodo dragon's pretty badass.
Well, yeah, Komodo dragon's a classic reptile.
Yeah,
they're
I
big.
mean,
they're scary. They eat large things.
I mean, just off the top of my head, that's like what I can think of.
Hey.
I mean, because
the question was answered.
Yeah, I mean, I used to be like a Discovery Channel like nerd and Animal Planet.
I did that with like the History Channel and stuff.
Oh yeah, same.
It was just like, oh, the Dark Ages. That's cool.
And then the History Channel became Pawn Stars.
The History Channel was just like, hey, you know what? It would be cool if we did not show history anymore.
The Pyramid Code.
Aliens. Is there this unexplained... Like, look, I remember the best explanation ever is like, okay, well, aliens built Stonehenge, right? They had to. They just didn't have the material. And the argument against that is like, okay, we're talking about people that lived like 15,000 years ago. And if all you were was like this super powerful warlord and all you had was like people and rocks, like you would start stacking stuff too. Like you would just get bored and be like, all right, yeah, let's do this. Like,
yeah.
Let's make Stonehenge.
I saw one that was like it was like a week or two ago, and it's like Aztec, Egyptian, and then the Philippines, and they had all the pyramids. Or it was either the Philippines or Indonesia, something like that. It had all the pyramids, and it's like, what does this mean? And it's like, it means like people found out the best way to pile a bunch of rocks without them falling.
Yeah, like sour, like dank memology.
Oh God.
It's Matthew McConaughey. Starts off with truly
Dallas
white
Buyers Club.
Just looking very not good.
No.
Looking like AIDS.
Looking like AIDS.
You look like AIDS. Like, that'd be a terrible compliment or a terrible way to start.
That's currently tied for episode title.
No, there's another one. When you're taught to use sir and ma'am your entire childhood, and then it becomes impolite to assume gender. Years of academy training.
Years of academy training.
Buzz Lightyear, like, oh, what the fuck?
I saw just a joke about it was a shirt that said there are more than 2 genders, and then you had to go pick male or female for the. It was just like, ow, oops. It's like you can be whatever you want to be. It's like
no,
Ironic.
I worked at
alpha meme.
I worked at an eye doctor, and on our form it does ask male or female, and people would ask why do we have to say that, and there are certain eye diseases that kind of lean more towards a certain sex.
I know colorblindness is male usually. Or right?
Like glaucoma usually leans more towards African American, so that's the reason why we would ask what you are. But I had this mom come up to me, and her daughter was transitioning into a man, but not there yet. And she goes, she identifies as a man, and she's gonna transition. But what do I need to put? And I was like so stumped. I'm like, I don't know.
How do I say this without pissing them off?
Right.
Yeah, like how do I not become one of those Facebook videos?
Thank you for putting me in this minefield of social commentary.
I mean, we need to know what your legit gender is for health reasons.
This is for medical purposes.
But they left it blank. They did. Yeah. I was like, okay, whatever.
Well, now, supposedly, those forms are including... like other or include yourself.
Other is the one I've seen where it's just other.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay.
It's including like your certain
But if we're talking
pronoun.
Like, it's like, look, it's like if you want to use the pronouns, it's fine, whatever. But if we're talking about like you have testicular cancer and you identify as a female.
I'm a woman.
It's just like,
I can't have that.
I can't have that. It's just like, all right, you're going to die.
You're going to die a happy woman.
Yeah, like.
Miserable.
All right, we'll figure that out in a year. Fucking
it's just
6 feet under.
I identify as a millionaire.
I still identify as Yeet. So
I mean, I identify as Yeet, and I think that coming out to the podcast has been good for everybody.
Oh my god, I just saw your shirt.
Yeet. Huh?
I just saw your shirt.
Oh yes.
My younger brothers, I'll have to find pictures. They literally every time they're together will do the stepbrother fucking
You will fix that fucking drywall.
They do the stepbrother where they're like, that.
Yeah, just
that.
The pose.
The pose. They do it every time. Every time.
I suppose.
They do.
Get it?
I get it.
Dick, tell me a story.
What kind of story do you want to hear, Patrick?
A good one.
Oh.
Oh, then what do you got?
Well, nothing then. All right, passing it off.
Oh, yeah. I got nothing.
You're putting him on the spot. He can't either.
Oh, okay. Here, okay, like childhood mischief story. I got one. I'll take it from you. So
take it from me.
Whoa.
Oof. I am in the dick den. It's quite ridiculous. Anyways,
You're what?
This is the facility, the dick den.
Oh, okay. The dick. Oh, okay. Yeah.
It goes by many names.
Yes, I've heard it called many a name.
The Dick Den, House-Catastrophe.
Like a random. So when I was in high school, I was Patrick Yoki because I smoked a lot of. I did marijuana a lot.
You did that thing.
Allegedly. I if I'm gonna be president later, I'm sorry, future me, But so me and a buddy, I was like, yeah, let's just go down by these train tracks by Poland Hill. They cross before it goes like down by like the old Admiral gas station and stuff. So we walked down the train tracks just to find a spot. And the tracks split, and there's just this paved, like perfectly paved road that looked like brand new. We're like, well, we're 16 and bored during the summer. Let's go down there and see what's there. And it's like midnight. And it's pitch black. Like, you can't see anything. And then, we're just about to stop. And then a random car turns on its light. Like, these roads lead nowhere. It's just the middle of a train track. Like, it's super sketchy. A car turns on its lights. And we immediately just run away because we just are so scared. And I fell. And it was like out of a movie where it was like, Alex! No!
Did they leave you?
Oh,
No, they didn't. They got me. Thanks, Alex. Alex Meat Samples is a good guy. He stopped. And the
What's
car.
his name?
Alex Meat Samples.
Meat.
Like
what kind of meat
Like
are we talking about?
whatever you want.
Oh, well.
Ham, steak,
Sirloin.
bacon,
Or
chicken, pork,
I am meeting you later.
bologna.
Bologna. Above knee, bologna.
Spam.
Hey, Spam fought in World War II. Show some respect.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I don't know. He was there, man. He was there.
Oh man, I'm trying to think of any mischief stories.
I was a good kid.
I was too for them.
I did one thing. I snuck out one time.
And it was worse than the Holocaust. Like, you got caught.
I was a good kid. I snuck out. I remember it was back when MySpace was a big thing. And I was going to Rossville. So I went to Prairie till 6th grade. But, and then I went to Rossville. And I graduated. So MySpace was a big thing at the time. And this kid that lived right down the road from me, and I went to we rode the same bus together, and I had a huge crush on him, messaged me on MySpace, and I don't know, I think I was like 14 or 15, I don't know. And I snuck out of the house to go meet him and two guys down we lived in the country, so it was like a mile from our house on this bridge, and they kept trying to get me to come back to their house with them. And I was like, no, I'm okay. I was still being that good girl. I was mad. I was bad because I snuck out. But they were trying to get me to go, like, just come back to the house and then we'll drive to IHOP. And it was like late in the morning. And for some reason, I don't know why, I wore no shoes. Shoes.
Mile walk. Just,
but I remember.
The shoes would make noise. You'd be sneakier without
yeah, exactly. But we hung out in the road for like...
Unless you wear sneakers.
Ooh.
We hung out on the road for like an hour. Ow! God. Anyway, anyway, we hung out on the road for like an hour, and they tried to convince me multiple times to go back with them, and I finally said no, and I walked back. And I remember I was walking into the back door, and my parents' bedroom was downstairs at the time, and I can see my dad coming out of his room, and I like hopped in the recliner next to me and like acted like I was sleeping. I had these like muddy socks on, because at one point a car went by and we had to hop in the ditch, and it was muddy. That's my one like mischief, like bad time that I did. I was a good girl back then.
So I have two for my senior year. The first one was it's not that bad. I was hanging out in Rossville at the park. I was hanging out with Becca. I was hanging out with Becca and Brittany Morgan, and so I had a Sharpie, and I was just going around tagging like the playground equipment. And at that time, like my nickname, my MySpace name, my nickname, everything was Mr. Caboose. So I wrote everywhere. Everywhere I went, I would always find some place to put Mr. Caboose was here. That was just my thing. I don't know why.
Where'd you put it?
I put it everywhere on that fucking playground. Most notably, that those like little, like
the horses.
The
back and forth horses.
Well, there was a duck, and I wrote it right on the bill.
It was you. No.
Next thing you know, there's some fucking really large man coming across the street.
Oh my god, it was a cop, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was fucking
I've told you this
Jesus
story.
Christ. No, you haven't. What the fuck is his name? Oh, I forget it.
He was not in uniform, but wearing like a paper badge.
He is the most pathetic cop ever.
And he starts like, hey, like we got reports of you guys vandalizing the playground equipment over here.
The fuck was his name?
I don't know, but I was like, we're like, yeah.
Joe. His
like,
name's
yeah.
Joe.
He's like,
Joel.
All
Joel
right.
or Joe.
I need your drivers. Do you guys have identification? I'm like, yeah. Like, we're good kids, so we're gonna hand him everything he needs.
Yeah.
I handed my learner's permit at the time, and he gets all of our information. He's like, this is considered an arrest. We'll be giving you guys calls based on what we think we should do. I was like, I thought it was really weird because he said it was considered arrest, but we weren't taken in or anything.
Yeah,
I was like, this is really weird.
Like
and I was like, not to mention, like, there's no car. He's not in uniform.
He was parked in an alley one time eating.
He lived right across the street.
Fucking McDonald's in an alley with his car running, and he's in uniform at a picnic table at a house eating McDonald's. Yeah.
Yeah, nothing ever came of that.
Man's gotta eat.
Literally nothing ever came of that. I guess Becca and Brittany went to the police station and were like, look, we'll clean up the park. Like, and hopefully nothing will, like, if we clean up the park, will anything happen? They're like, yeah, sure, go clean up the park. So they cleaned up.
Good game.
So that's your one. What's your two?
Two. Same year. Not shortly after that.
Never learned.
It was a Wednesday night. It was a school night.
Ooh, bad boy.
And I, along with Matt, went and saw Journey. Yeah, we went to a concert on a school night.
Oh yeah.
My dad worked. My dad worked nights. My dad worked nights, and Wednesday was like the night that he got off early. So
Wednesdays are early nights at Frito-Lay.
Yeah, so he would get home at like 1:00 in the morning.
Ooh.
So being a concert, I was like, shit. Hopefully, this is my second concert, by the way.
How old were you?
I was 17.
Okay.
So we went, and it was a school night. I went over to Matt's before, because we had to leave before my dad left for work. Mm-hmm. So I would be like, hey, I'm going over to Matt's. We're working on a video project for this class. Okay. So on the way home, I was like, shit, I don't think I'm going to make it home before he's home. So I called the house, left a message saying, hey, I'll be home soon. I accidentally fell asleep over here. Like, just some bullshit. That was a badass concert. Journey was great.
It was worth it, man.
Oh, hell yeah.
You ever catch you? Did you ever tell him the truth?
Yeah, eventually. Like within recent years. because I'm an adult now. You can't.
No, you know
ground
what?
Me.
You can't.
No, I'm not done.
Okay, well,
So
hurry up.
I get home. I see that he's not home. I'm like, shit. Okay, so I check the message, delete it, whatever. As I'm climbing in bed, I see his fucking headlights pull in through the drive. I'm like, holy shit. I did it. I pulled it off. It was the perfect crime.
Oh my god.
And then we disappeared into the mist.
No, I recently told my parents the truth about something that I lied about for years. So, I think it was 3rd or 4th grade. It was when Titanic came out. I loved Titanic.
Yeah.
Loved it.
You looked at the boobies, didn't you? You didn't close your eyes.
No, I didn't close my eyes. But I was in it. I was in it for Leonardo. Leonardo. I had a fucking poster of Leonardo on that ship, and I made out with it before I went to school every morning. Anyway, that's not what I was getting at. So, it was a summer day. My parents and my brothers were outside. Again, I was 3rd or 4th grade. I think it was 3rd grade. And that part where Rose falls off the ship, like she's holding on for dear life, and Jack like saves her. I decided it'd be a good idea to reenact. So my parents had a living room and a family room, and in the family room, their bedroom was a balcony above the family room. So my ass climbs on the outside of the staircase up at the very top of the balcony and drops off of the staircase as if I'm falling. But the only thing is Jack was not there to catch me. And I fell down to the...
It's really hard to catch yourself.
I fell down to the ground and broke my shoulder right here. I remember getting up and I was in so much pain. I'm like, don't tell him, don't tell him, don't tell him.
So you broke your shoulder?
I broke my shoulder. I fucking sat there screaming and crying for like, I don't know, half an hour. And I finally was like, I have to go tell him. So I went outside and I'm like crying. And my parents were like running to me like, what the fuck? And I'm like, I don't know, it hurts. And we live next to a nurse and she's like, yeah, you need to go to the hospital. And sure enough, it was broken. I couldn't be in a cast, or I would have had to be in a body cast.
I tried to suicide myself.
I'm talking. No. So I lied to them. I lied to them and said, okay, so there's a part in the movie where Cal, Rose's fiance, spits in Jack's face, or maybe Jack spits in his face. I don't know. But I lied to my parents and said I laughed so hard I fell off the couch and hit it on the coffee table. They believed that for years until like a couple years ago. I said, so.
I mean, they thought you were special before. Because of that story.
They're like, yeah, that sounds like something
they
Miranda
found out
would
the
do.
truth. They found out the truth and wondered why natural selection had to take place.
Fuck up. But now I did. I told them, I was like, that's not how I really broke my arm. I fell off your balcony. Jack didn't catch me,
Jack
damn it.
wasn't there. It's Jack's bitch ass fault.
Damn it.
Not doing his part.
But no, other than that, I never lied to my parents or snuck out. That was my lie. My mom was like, I can't believe, and they believed it. They swear to God believed it.
I laughed so hard I fell, and the sheer force of the hilarity of the scene broke my shoulder in half.
Wow.
Oof.
At least they made it sound like they believed it.
Ope.
Oh. It was like me when my voice deepened. I tried to call myself, oh, yeah, this is Patrick's dad. He has rickets. It's just something.
What?
I tried it. It worked. But
What?
What do you mean, what? I just said what? Oh, this is Patrick's dad. He has rickets.
You calling to the school?
Yeah, like I'm calling off a class. Like he's dead, man. He's not coming ever again. It didn't
We
work
have
the
10
second
minutes until the
time.
kids are back.
Yep, that's what I was about to say. Well, thank you, Patrick.
Thank you.
It's been a
Dick.
fun one.
Thank you, Miranda, for
You're
having
welcome.
me.
Thank you, those who have watched, especially Brett Maxon.
Is he still on?
He's
the
been
MVP.
chilling here basically this entire time.
He probably passed out.
Oh,
It says he's watching. So thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. If you are listening,
Auf Wiedersehen.
you already heard the pre-roll. You hear where you can catch us. So check us out live every Tuesday, possibly Wednesday now. I don't know. We don't know what's going on. Well, You'll see us when you see us, okay? So if that is all, please make every day a big dick day.
Bye.
Do it.
Bye, guys.
Woke up this morning with my dick in my hand. Girl is to the right of me, just like I planned. It's gonna be a big dick day. 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 Big dick day. It's gonna be a big dick day. It's gonna be a big